Hey, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? This is yours truly, Jasmine Millhouse, a transformational life coach, where I help women build self confidence, build their self esteem by going after the life of their dreams without ever having to seek anyone's approval. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me on this Life Tip Saturdays. As you come in, make sure you share this on your page, share this on your groups. I'm kind of like moving, but I still have to come in and do my life tips. I do apologize. Bear with me just a second, just getting my camera right this morning. As you all can see, I am on the go. I am at an event this morning, but I still have to make time to come and do my Live Tip Saturdays. So today, our topic is going to be, I took off, but I'm afraid to land. I took off, but I am afraid to land. And we're going to be talking about the fear of getting to your destination, how to tackle your fear to land into your purpose, right? Because we oftentimes we start things, and we start businesses, we start different organizations, we start different groups, we just start so much. We start relationships, but how often do you really finish what you start? We always have this passion. We're always so, purpose. We're all purpose-filled, and we all have so much passion inside of us. But who really starts something and does not finish it, right? Maybe you've started a business. Maybe you've launched your entrepreneurial dreams, or maybe you launched just your dreams and your goals, period. Maybe you even wanted to start a family. Maybe you even wanted to start a relationship with someone that you were just so passionate about that you just flaked out, you let fear take over, and you let your mindset go to a different way. So today we're going to be talking about how, when you take off, not to be afraid to land, and how you can tackle your fear and land into your purpose. As you come in, do not forget to share. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for tuning in with me. Thank you so much for joining in. Feel free to comment below and we're going to be getting started on this today. So first, once again, I want to welcome you. And like I said, my name is Jasmine Millhouse, the transformational life coach, where I help women build self-esteem, self-confidence by going after the life of their dreams without ever having to seek anyone's approval. And today we're going to be talking about, I took off, but I'm afraid to land. And that means you may have started something. You may have started an entrepreneurial endeavor. You may have started a business. You may have launched something. The most powerful thing in your mindset, or the most powerful thing in your dreams, but you are afraid of the destination. You set your goals, you wrote them down, you made them plain, but now your purpose is freaking you out. Have you ever been in that position to where what was inside of you scared you so much that you just wanted to quit and give up? So today I want to let you know that first you have to identify your defense. That means you have to tackle your mental thought process. Take a step back and survey your surroundings, because we often get so clouded up with, okay, I got to do this, I have to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to serve this person, I want to serve that person, I want to do this, and I want to have my hand over here, I want to have my life over here, I want to tackle this. But do you ever stop to take time to think about stuff? You have to have a particular and a specific thought process, because you have to recognize and understand when you have doubt inside of you. You have to face your doubt head on and know that your purpose that lies inside of you is going to help not only yourself, but it's going to help someone else. Because your purpose, let's be clear, your purpose is not for you. Your passion is for you. Your passion is what's inside of you. But your purpose is what's inside of you that is ultimately going to help someone else. So if you start to get an inkling of doubt, if you started to get an inkling of fear, use your defenses to say, okay, I know what I have inside of me. I know what I possess. I know I am a coach. I know I am a speaker. I know I am a cook. I know I am a chef. And I know that what I'm bringing to the table is not only going to help me, my family, but it's going to bless not just someone else as well, because it's for someone else. Understand and know that the power of your purpose lies in helping someone else, right? That's step number one, is how to identify your defense. Your defense is knowing that you are purposely here to help someone else. And my next step is you have to know your past. When you know your past, you have to understand something. If you're not willing to face your past, how are you going to fix it? You can't, because just like one of my mentors says, you can't fix what you won't face, right? If you don't face it, you can't fix it. You can never understand the power of fixing your problems if you don't face what your problems are. Not only that, you have to understand that your problems are the foundations of what you're standing on right now. If you did not go through every single thing in your life and still came out of every single thing in your life, then your purpose is in vain. You're not understanding that what you went through was meant to build the woman or the man that you are right now. Everything that you conquered through in your life. And I say conquered because we oftentimes take the word, I've been through this, and, we sing our woes and our shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And when, I've been through this and I was raped. And I'm going to go down my timeline. Some people, they say they take their situations and they say, well, I've been raped and I've been molested. I've been divorced. I'm a single mom. I have 3 kids, or I have 5 kids, or I don't have no kids. I'm 37. My time is clicking. My biological clock is about to go off. And, I'm getting to the point to where I'm too old to have kids, or maybe I'm just meant to be by myself. Maybe I'm just meant to not have anybody. Stop taking your shoulda, coulda, wouldas and your woes, and understand that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And sometimes you have to understand that where you are right now can sometimes be your fault. So you have to know and understand your past, because your past builds your future. Your past builds your foundation. Whether your foundation is weak or not, you still build your foundation on your past. And you want to keep your past is meant to keep you humble. Your past is meant to help you understand that I may have went through that, but when I get to where I'm supposed to be, when I get to where I'm supposed to go, when I understand the true meaning of my purpose, then my life starts to click together. And then you get it. It's okay, I'm supposed to be here. I had to do that with my own life. I felt myself at a point to where I was single, I was divorced, I was a mother of 2 children, and I just felt like everything that I had ever went through in my life was just total chaos. It was an utmost path of chaos, turmoil, heartbreak, just downright, just a bag full of nothing that was placed in my lap. I got the hand. So all my spades players, if you playing spades and you got your partner and you look at your partner and you be like, partner, I got a possible. I felt like everything in my life was a possible to go the wrong way, a possible to be heartbroken, a possibility of being disappointed, a possibility of being lied to, a possibility of being portrayed, a a possibility of being crushed, a possibility of being dismantled, dismayed, disarmed, disfigured. I felt like every single thing in my life was just a possibility of being crushed, just nothing. A bag full of nothing, until one day I sat and said, I went through that, but I'm not going through that anymore. I had to face every single thing that I went through. I had to conquer every single thing that I went through. And I'm here to let you know, once you fix your problems, once you face your problems, you can understand how to fix them. And we hold on to some of the most minute things that somebody did something to you 30 years ago and you still mad about it. Somebody did something to you yesterday and you still pissed off. You go to bed mad. Stop going to bed angry, because if you go to bed angry, it may be a day you don't wake up. So understand that how you rest, how you spend your day knowing how to declutter your mindset. Spend your day understanding that you don't have to live in the past. Continue to live in the future, because your future holds your purpose. All right. My next step for 3. Now, you have your defense. You know that you have to face your doubt. You have to understand that your purpose is meant to help someone. You're here for a purpose. And now you faced your past. And now I guess you're asking, now what? How do I land in my destination? Okay, I've done that. I know my defenses. I understand how to tackle that. I understand that I have to fix my past. What do I do after that? After that, you have to create a plan of action. You have your defense. Your past is clear. Do you know that it is okay to sometimes work backwards? What I mean by that is, it's okay to tackle your goals in a backwards kind of way. And by tackling your goals in a backwards kind of way, you first have to write your goals down. You first have to write what you want. And not only in writing what you want, you have to make it specific. And you have to take some time to yourself and make a list of questions. And it has to be tough questions. And one of the toughest questions that you may ever have to ask yourself is, if I venture off into doing what I'm purposed to do, who is going to support me? I remember starting my Life Tips company, and I remember starting my coaching company, and I was so super excited. I was just pumped out of my mind. I was just stoked with happiness. I was emotional. I cried because I finally felt that I had what I really was truly purposed to have in life. I launched it. I talked about it. I was on this media, that media, phone calls. I told, so many people. But only a handful of people that I told really and truly supported what I believed in. And I had to look and say, okay, I didn't ask myself that question. I didn't ask myself, when I do this, who is going to support me? I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. I had doubt. I didn't want to do anything. But do you know that even though you have a small amount of support, you still have to move on in your purpose? You still have to move on with your life, because it's not meant for everyone to support you. And that's okay, because everyone is not going to believe in what you believe in. You may believe that you're the next top chef of America, or you may believe that you're the best motivational speaker in the world, but everyone is not going to believe that. And guess what? It is okay. Write down in your plans, in your questions, answer your own questions. Who will support me? Am I going to be okay if I don't have the 100% support of my spouse? If I don't have the support of my children? If my mom doesn't believe I'm the best? If my dad doesn't believe I'm the best? If all of my family turn their back on me right now, will I still walk in my purpose? You have to ask yourself the hard questions and understand that this is your plan of action. So you have to know, you have to create your plan of action. So when these things come to your life, you know how to react. You know how to have your defenses. You already have your game plan. Say, if this go down, if this goes wrong, I already know what to do. You're not shell shocked. You're not stuck. You're not confused. You're not twisted. You're not mind boggled into scrambling around and wondering, what do? I don't have my support system. I don't have anyone here with me. I'm going to still keep moving. I still have to do what I am purposed and passionate about doing. When will you take the steps to start landing into your destinated purpose? When will you do you know the steps that you're going to take? First, instead of asking the when, let's understand what steps are you going to take? What steps must you take to get to where you're supposed to go? Okay, you have your support. You have a minimal support system. That's fine. You have yourself. You have the Most High or whoever you believe in. Myself, I believe in the good Lord above. If I got God on my side and a support system that believes in me, if I believe in myself enough, that's the support that I need. Because everything else, if you're doing what you're passionate about, if you're doing what you're purposed to do, everything that is meant for you is going to come to you. It is going to lay in your lap, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's going to come at the most unexpected time. So understand, when you identify your defenses, when you face your past and fix those problems, you can understand how to create your plan of action in order to get to where you're supposed to go. Hey, Mama Teresa, you can fix your past in order to get to where you're supposed to go. And not only that, number 4, this is my last tip for the day. You have to build your inner resources. Do not feel threatened when your inner fear tries to rear its ugly little head, because trust and believe me, it's going to be there. Fear is something that's unfortunately embedded in your DNA. But if you listen to my tip number 1, if you're watching this now, go back and watch the replay. If you are getting to your inner resources, my number 1 tip was you have to identify your defenses. So when you come up on the ugly head of fear, you know how to tackle fear, because you already have your defense set up. You say, okay, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I don't know what to do. I remember one time we had something at my church, and someone came to me. I'm in the choir, and it was like, I want you to sing a song. Think of a song that you can think about that's a Christian form of love, right? I had never been asked to sing in front of anyone in my life, like especially like a congregation or an audience. I was scared for 2 weeks straight. 2 whole weeks, I was nervous. I was trembling. My stomach was aching. I couldn't eat. I was just so super drained. I didn't know what to do, because I had never been in front of the audience. I had never had to face my fear. I never had to fix that, because I never faced it. But I had to come face to face with the fear of public singing. And when I finished singing my song, I looked around the room as I went back to my seat. It was tears running down people's faces. It was so much love in the room for not just me doing it, but for the anointing that touched the building. And I had to understand that if I had not faced my fear, it would have been, now don't get offended, to all my church people. It would have been just a regular night of service. I would have still had the fear inside of me to sing. I would have still had the fear inside of me of a gift that I was blessed with, of using a gift that I was birthed with. So many people die with so many gifts inside of them that they don't use them because they don't face their fear. They are afraid to get to their destinated purpose. You take off with it. You're born with it. Your birth is your takeoff. You moving into your purpose is your takeoff. You understanding that your power is your takeoff. You have to create a daily regimen for strengthening your inner defenses. Think of what your armor will look like and then build it daily. Build it daily, because if you don't know what your armor is going to look like, you will always be defenseless. You will always be defended. You will always be offended. You will always be situated in the same position that you were in 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago, yesterday, last week. You will always forever be in the same spot you're in if you don't build your defenses, if you don't conquer your fear, if you don't understand you have to fix what you have to face everything in order to get to where you're supposed to go. Because if you don't fix it, you will forever be stuck in your life. So stop being stuck in your life. So if I have to leave you with any last tip of the day, take a step back. Look at what you can achieve and go after it. Look at where you are in your life. If you are not happy with the position that you're in right now, change your position. Change your mindset. Change your thought process. Build your inner defenses every single day. Because when you have your inner defenses already built and on guard, standing ready to go, you can face and fight any problem, and you will land in your destinated purpose. This is yours truly, Jasmine Millhouse, the transformational life coach, with yours Life Tips Saturdays. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment box. And for you sticking around for this video, I am giving away a 100% free Purpose to Fly clarity session. I'm going to post my link in the comments. Book your Purpose to Fly clarity session today, because you must learn and you must understand what your purpose is and why are you here. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me on this Saturday. I love you all so much. Catch me back here next Saturday for Life Tips Saturdays. Y'all have a good night, a good day, good night, good weekend. See y'all later.